So today's episode isn't even really an episode. This is just me kind of yapping because I have things on my mind. Anyway, the things on my mind. So today's topic, today's episode, whatever you want to call it, is called Burnout. And the reason that this is even a conversation I'm having today is because finally feel like I've hit the point of no return. I've hit the point of I'm tired and I can't do this shit anymore. And I don't think enough people are really realizing how prevalent burnout is, especially right now. Like, let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it 100. With the state of the world, I am tired. I am burnt out. As part of the 92%, and those of you that get it, get it. As part of the 92%, I am exhausted. Every day I have to wake up and worry about what is, what hasn't been, and what yet will be. Because people like to make piss poor decisions and ruin the lives of other people simply because they have a God complex. And that's exhausting. Okay? Emotionally, I have been burnt out for a month and some change now because I continue to try and do the right thing. I try to do what is best not only for myself, but for those around me. And I feel like sometimes those same graces and courtesies are not extended to me. So I'm sitting here bending over backwards for people in subtle ways. It's not always a big overt gesture, but I'm doing more than I could or probably should because it's the right thing to do for somebody you care about. And I'm tired. Physically exhausted. I mean, I know I'm a mom. I don't get an off day, blah, 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 whatever. But my body has not had a chance to catch up with any of the other things that I've been doing. And I'm tired. I'm like, I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying, oh, I want to come to town to visit you. But realistically, I know you'd probably sleep the entire time I was there. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? If you were to come out here on a Friday and leave on a Monday, I probably would sleep for 48 solid hours just to give myself a chance to rest. And I think that part of it is just my natural penchant for doing all of the things always, right? That's how we ended up here. That's how I ended up recording and sitting here and talking to a camera. But we're past that, right? It stopped being fun. It stopped being like, oh, look at Monty, she's always doing stuff. And it became an actual necessity for me. And now I'm tired. I'm exhausted. There is no way for me to keep going, right? We have school, we have both of my internships, we have parenthood, we have being a daughter, we have my day job. And I love my job. My job is easy. I love the people I work for, but I'm exhausted. My social battery is exhausted. As a natural introvert, I don't like talking to people. I don't like being around people. So the fact that my job is very people centric and it is very telling the same person the same thing 100 times or telling different people the same thing 100 times gets very, very, very frustrating and very, very tiring. And it's like, okay, we've done this already. I've said this already. I've said this to 4 other people today. I don't want to say it again. But, you don't get to just decide that you're not going to do your job. And I should probably just take a mental health day and turn off my phone and tell everybody to leave me alone so I can, sleep, decompress, cry, whatever. But even if I were to do that, I don't really get the luxury of a break, which is why I look forward to, my random vacations and, oh, hey, we need you in LA trips, or hey, we're going to need you in Atlanta. Hey, we're going to need you somewhere that's not where you're at. And yeah. I just, I feel for people who are in positions where they are just as burnt out as I am, if not more burnt out than I am, because it's a lot. It's a whole lot right now. And I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, well, I'm the only one going through something, or you don't understand because of the nuance and the whatever. I promise you, you're not alone in this. You are not alone in the nuance and the complexities of your life. Because honestly, if it were easy for me to just sit down and be like, you know what, I don't want to do this, or this anymore, and just stop, I would. I swear to God, if I could, I would. I'd give up so much of this shit so quickly, but I can't do that. I'm not in a position where I can do that yet. And until I can, and until I can make the most of my time in a way that I actually want to make the most of my time, and do things that are fulfilling to me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, I kind of just have to do what I have to do. Like, Things got to get done, bills got to get paid, people got to be fed, changed, bathed, clothed. And like, ain't shit changing but the price of rent, and it's only going up. Okay? Living in California is expensive as it is, but it's just, it's one of those things I feel like we collectively need to talk about, especially, and I'm gonna say this, black women, us specifically, we need to sit here and be like, look, I'm tired. I need to rest, and rest does not always equate to work. I think we actually just need to take time to sleep, to pamper ourselves, to breathe, and not make projects out of everything. Like, I started this video vlog series as a way to start doing something new and do something just for the sake of doing it and for the fun of doing it. And I'm like, ooh, it's starting to feel like work. So I've taken a break for a couple of days. Like, that's why I posted the first episode of For the Plot and haven't posted anything since. I also haven't had anything crazy happening for the plot because I'm tired. I'm too young to be this tired, this jaded, and this dissuaded with reality, disgusted with reality. My 20s should be fun. You know, I shouldn't be sitting here worrying about half of the shit that I'm worrying about. These things are genuinely not my problems. The things that are my problems are, you know, the hemorrhoid in the Oval Office. That's something that I should be concerned about because it affects me and the rest of the country on a grand scale. But some of the more intimate, more personal things that I'm not at liberty to share, I just feel like these are not 24-year-old problems. 44 perhaps, 34 even. But these are not. You couldn't have told me when I was 12 that in 12 years, hey, this is what you're going to be dealing with. I would have looked at you like you were crazy. Like, who would have thought that life would have played out the way it did? Yeah. I don't know. That's the end of the episode. I'm rambling now. You know what? I might be a silly bitch, but I've never been stupid. Okay? Because I did just sit here and record a whole video about being burnt out and like experiencing burnout and needing to rest and wanting to rest and not know how. And then sat here and found myself another side project because I didn't want to do what I was supposed to be doing. The way my unmedicated ADHD mind works amazes me, mostly because why am I like this?